Good morning, everyone. So, our network has been having some real conversations lately. I'm not sure if it's because of Valentine's Day or, sometimes there's just like a mirror in your own life, but the conversations have been a lot about sex, porn, celibacy, monk mode, no fap, tantra, kink, psychedelics, qigong, heartbreak, shame, this sacred intimacy. And, no matter what's coming up, I love it all because we're talking about real healing. It's not just talking about sex. If you are doing that or it's like that simple for you, then you're skipping many layers. So I do want to say, in a little more gentle way that sex is like very complex and porn is complex and celibacy is complex and psychedelics and sex together even more complex. So we also need to talk about the layers of conditioning, religious imprinting, cultural shame, trauma, control, fantasy, avoidance, power, magic. None of this is black and white. If anything, this is psychedelic. This is that color spectrum. And, it's also shared. Somebody wrote in our network, God, I'm sorry for watching porn. And that right there shows how deep the shame runs. And I'm not here to tell anyone what's right or wrong, but I am here to say that when something is driven into secrecy and guilt, it usually grows in the shadows. And a big part of psychedelic work is doing that shadow work. A big part of integration is that shadow work. And if we don't shine light on these shadows, these parts of ourselves, on the sexuality, when we're doing the healing work, it will often fester under everything else. And you're not going to get the results that you want or the life that you want and deserve. I've also shared openly that in my own life, I have been celibate for almost 20 months now. It's not from religion or from repression, but from discernment, because I had separated from Rylie's dad around that time, and I knew I needed to come home. Literally, I'm here in Georgian Bay where I grew up after 10 years, but also home to myself. And I've done seasons of celibacy before. I've done short sprints, long stretches, even full monk mode seasons, not because sexuality is bad, but because sexual energy is powerful. It creates life, it bonds, it imprints, it opens portals. And after heartbreak, I've learned you don't bleed on other people while your wound is open. Instead, you just let it heal. And I've also explored sacred union, polyamory, deep intimacy, abstinence, exploration, restraint. And here's what I believe now. It's that sexual energy is primal creative life force, and it shows up as love, lust, avoidance, validation, devotion, magic. Terence McKenna compared sex to psychedelics many times. The setting, the integration, the intention, respect, it's all the same framework. Sex dissolves boundaries, and so do psychedelics. Other than death, it may be the only built-in psychedelic experience we all carry biologically. It deserves consciousness. One of the most beautiful things someone can say, or I guess that was said in our group, is that if we heal without addressing sex, I'm not sure we can fully heal. And I agree, because the shame around sex is one of the oldest control mechanisms in history. And at the same time, casual, unconscious sex can fragment us. So the conversation isn't be wild or be celibate. The conversation is, are you conscious? Why do you want connection? Is it loneliness? Is it validation? Is it escapism, curiosity, love, alignment? Only you know. And there's also talk about Tantra, about Qigong, Taoism, bodywork, even these kink communities that are healing traumas. And I love that we can talk about this without reducing it to stereotypes, because sexual energy can be transmuted, moved, circulated, played with. It can also be disciplined, celebrated, or avoided. And sometimes celibacy is power. Sometimes intimacy is power, and sometimes restraint is healing. Sometimes exploration is healing. It really does come back to intention. For me, this season, this this season has been really about sacred motherhood, healing, integration, building, listening, and I've learned to be gentle with discipline, not rigid, not suppressing, but aware. I don't look down on sexuality. I also don't worship it. I respect it. And here's something else that feels important. We can't spiritually bypass sexuality. We can't pretend we're above base animal urges. It's just another ego mask. Sexual energy is life force. If we judge it, it will twist. And if we shame it, it will hide. And if we suppress it, it will leak out in ways that are sometimes surprising and can also be sabotaging. But if we meet it with awareness, it can become creative power, magic, alchemy, and there's space for all of this in the conversation. For the mystic, the married, the poly, the celibate, the curious, the cautious. There's space for heartbreak, for laughter, for monk mode jokes, for Dune references, for deep theology, for nervous system regulation, for integration. What matters is that we stay connected, stay conscious. And I'll leave you guys with this. Sex is sacred and celibacy is sacred. Love is sacred. Your body is sacred. The question is not, is this allowed? The question is, are you present? Are you honest? Are you integrating? Is there respect there? Is it safe? Because like psychedelics, without the integration, it's just sensation. With integration, it becomes transformation. And I'm really grateful for this container, this place with you guys, also our Elemental Growth Network, because there's so much honesty. There's also humor and maturity. And I'm excited, so excited to have more of these conversations in voice, in person, in depth, because healing doesn't skip the body. And neither do we. If you'd like, reach out, we can chat a little bit more, but for now I'm gonna go because I got Miss Rylie in my hands, and while she's happy now, I know she wants and deserves some extra attention. So I love you guys. We will chat soon. Bye for now. Say bye, Rylie. Say bye. Bye. Mwah. Do that.